That's right, I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
And the first time we're ever doing this, we're giving away awards.
That mean absolutely nothing to anybody but us.
Right. Well, I don't know, maybe it'll mean something to somebody. Maybe this will get sent to some big company. It'll be like, look, you want a nerdy. We don't actually have any physical awards to give. This is just stuff we came up with. And also the categories don't mean anything.
All right, the first ones we got.
The biggest L in gaming.
The biggest L in gaming was a hard one this year. A lot of people took the L. Oh, we had Diablo Immortal came out. How do we even deal with that?
Hold on. I want to say that L is so big, I forgot that game came out this year. I forgot it existed.
Burn!
So, like, you know, like, it's an L. But there's
the biggest L we got to give to the OG.
The OG?
The original Google.
What did Google do?
They shut down Stadia.
That was actually really sad for us because we actually both use Stadia. So it's sad that this cloud gaming service, because it worked.
It works really well. It actually works better even still. I mean, the Xbox one works really well. But Google Stadia still works even better.
Yeah, Stadia worked really, really well. And also gave us one of the coolest controllers.
Yeah, but we're still going to use.
Yeah, you can still
I'm
use
not giving it back. They give it to me for free.
Yeah. Which actually leads us to the biggest W in gaming, and that goes to Google, because Big Daddy Google gave out refunds for any Stadia purchase.
Why did they do that? They literally spent billions of dollars.
Because Google's got more money than God, and let's also face it.
That's what the G stands for.
They also still didn't lose as much money as Tesla.
No.
Oh, but they gave refunds for any purchases you made.
Meaning you played for the last couple of years for free. For free?
The only thing you paid for was the subscription.
Right.
Yeah, but any game you purchased,
yeah.
I got my refund. I bought Doom Eternal on it.
Yeah. Oh, that's where you bought Doom Eternal?
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
No, I got the money back, so I got to play it for free.
And sadly, you know, Stadia was one of the best places to play Cyberpunk because you didn't have to deal with any of the breakdown issues. It was honestly like the only place that wasn't completely broken at launch.
Speaking of Cyberpunk, that takes us into our next category.
Yeah.
Biggest surprise. Now, there are 3 runners-up before we get to the winner.
Yeah.
Number 1, Cyberpunk Resurgence. With the fact that Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the anime, came out on Netflix, which, by the way, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's excellent. Watch it. Watch it. It brought a lot of people back to the game because this anime was really, really great.
It rekindled everybody's love for this actually pretty decent game.
Yeah, actually, I rebought it. And I've played it since, and it's definitely better than it was at launch. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that more some other time.
All right, the next one, weirdly enough, it's a surprise and it's not a surprise. It didn't surprise us. Was the Resident Evil 4 remake. It's only a surprise because it didn't need a remake.
It's available on everything right now. Why are we remaking it?
It's really funny because they remade 2 and 3, and what did they make them more like? Resident Evil 4. So what are they going to do to Resident Evil 4? Make it more like Resident Evil 4? Ah!
They took the dog out.
They took the dog out?
Yeah, you know that dog you rescued in the beginning? He's already dead. You can't rescue him.
That's too bad. Doesn't he come back and...
Yeah, he helps you against the first El Gigante. Spoilers for like a 20-year-old game, by the way. Anyway, the next one. This is a big surprise to me, but Crisis Core, the Final Fantasy VII prequel that was only on PSP, is now available to play everywhere.
Everywhere. We're talking a game that wasn't even available on the PlayStation Network store. You had to, if you wanted to play it legitimately,
you had to get the UMD and have a PSP 1000, 2000, 3000. No PSP goes in here. No. Because it didn't work. And here's the deal. This shows that Square Enix, despite the past 10 years of garbage, can still do something right. And you might be like, what about Octopath Traveler? What about DioField Chronicles? What about Triangle Strategy? Garbage. In the trash.
That's his opinion.
Oh, have you played them? Have you played them? Do you like them? Huh, Lambo?
No.
All right.
And the winner of the biggest surprise of the year, Pants, what was it?
Armored Core 6!
It's happening!
Of all the things that had to come back, I never would have thought Armored Core 6.
Giant fighting robots.
It's giant fighting robots by From Software, and don't you dare think that this is a Souls game. This was before Souls. This is what the From Software OGs were playing. We played Armored Core. This was difficult, not just because it was hard, but because there was way more to do in it to, like, customize and really meta the game.
Basically, Armored Core stumbled awkwardly on 4 legs.
So Elden Ring could walk.
There we go.
There we go.
Speaking of which, the big thing that was no surprise at all, the No Surprise at All award goes to
Elden Ring winning Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
It was no big surprise.
No,
it really deserved it. Very, very few times it's like the hype actually lived up to something, and Elden Ring was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's not the last time we're talking about Elden Ring, by the way. No. Next up, best romance since Up. Should have said since the first 10 minutes of Up. Up is not a romance.
Yeah, no, it is not a romance story. Unless it's between the squirrel and the dog. We've got, what does it say there?
It's David and Lucy.
David and Lucy?
From Edgerunners. Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Oh, yeah, you watched it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah.
No spoilers, but like that story, it cut you deep. And it's...
The next one, of course, made the news everywhere around the world.
This made gaming news, and it again, back to Elden Ring. But it was between Let Me Solo Her and Millennia.
We know that there was love there.
There was.
We know that it was born out of true love and acceptance.
Let Me Solo Her didn't want anyone else to take his waifu away.
And it totally worked in his favor.
He actually got stuff from software.
Yeah, I'm aware. He got some from software.
He got some stuff from
software.
Okay, stop, please. Oh my god. Say the word "from" so much, it's gonna lose.
And the winner of the romance of the year is me and my Steam Deck.
Yeah, brag about it. Why don't you? I just gotta ask, how far has this romance gone?
I haven't asked her parents yet.
Does Dr. and Mrs. Lambo know about this?
She knows.
Well, she's cool with it. She's cool with it.
Next is the game series that we missed the most this year.
Now, I would have said Armored Core, because it's been 10 years, I miss it every year, but...
You don't have to miss it anymore.
I don't have to miss it anymore, because it comes out in 2023. We could have said Zelda, but that's coming out next year also. These are some real series that we know nothing about when they're coming out, or what's going on with them. So what's the first one, Lambo?
To save our Mother Earth from
every alien attack! It's EDF!
EDF.
EDF 6 is out in Japan, but... There's no word on when it's coming stateside.
Yeah, we want it to come out so we can play it.
Right, because we love EDF. We've been over this.
It'd give him a reason to turn his PlayStation on.
No, I'm getting it on PC.
Oh!
Punk gave me a gaming PC, well, he didn't give it to me. He sold it to me. But you know. The next one, F-Zero!
Now, earlier this year, we got some awesome news that there were a bunch of people who bought like a ridiculous amount of Nintendo stock just so they could ask at a stockholders meeting, where's the new F-Zero game? Where has it been? Please make it. And yeah, it reminds us so wholeheartedly that we absolutely miss this series.
I mean, I would rather play F-Zero than Mario Kart. I said it.
Mm-hmm.
The music's better, the car design's better,
and it's harder.
Mario Kart, I'm tired of trouncing everyone.
Yeah.
So come on, give me a challenge.
Give you something where we have to fight really hard to get into 10th place.
Yeah.
Like in life.
Wow.
Now, even though Pants isn't a huge fan of this series, they did announce the game like 3 or 4 years ago.
When did they announce Fallout 76?
A while ago.
Yeah, like 2017.
It was a bit ago.
Yeah, and like, where's Elder Scrolls 6?
Where is it? It's gonna come after Starfield, and then apparently Fallout's like 5 years after that. So we're not.
We have Fallout 76, which they just gave a new update to.
I'm glad. But the winner, because you would imagine that they would have said something about it by now.
It's been long enough.
There's a movie coming out next year too, but you'd think they would have put a new Mario game out.
Whoa! No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
The series we miss most. Mega Man Legends.
Mega Man Legends.
Where's Mega Man Legends? There's a third one. It's almost done. No, Mario. There is a new movie coming out. So why don't we have a new Mario game? Where's the announcement for that? Mm-hmm. We have nothing. Let's move on to our next category, though.
Yeah, the next one is the game we gave up on and never finished, but we claim we'll go back to and finish it someday.
It's Elden Ring.
It's Elden Ring.
We played a lot of Elden Ring.
I have 120 hours in the game.
Oh my god.
I need to beat it. Just for my own sanity. Like, why did I waste that much time if I'm not going to finish the game?
It's not a waste if you enjoyed yourself.
I don't know.
Yeah, does anybody enjoy playing Elden Ring?
I absolutely did. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, wow.
And my love of not Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 8 Village, also kind of hits the scratches that same itch.
Oh, this is true. Next up, best moment in gaming for the year.
Now I gotta say, there's a few things that have changed the game for me more than my Steam Deck. But the thing that probably affected the ecosystem of gaming this year, I feel like I spent less money overall. I feel like I was able to play more games with my friends because we all had the same games because of
Game Pass.
I can't explain it. It's just it's the thing. It's the future.
It is. It's not streaming because you download the games, but you have access to these games right when they come out. High on Life, the new game by Justin Roiland and everything, like, it's up on Game Pass. It came out there, so you can play it if you want.
Other big games this year, you can play Scorn, you can play Halo Infinite and all of its updates that haven't been coming out. You can play all kinds of stuff. We've been playing Rainbow Six Siege for free.
Yeah.
A game that we absolutely love and would pay for anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, like, Xbox may not be dishing out, like, all the exclusives. It may not be giving us all the games we necessarily really want.
But they got the game plan.
But, I mean, for as much money as it is, Game Pass is a deal. It's a steal.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And I just recommend, like, if you've got a gaming PC or you've got an Xbox, you need to jump on this because it's 100% worth it.
Just do it, man.
It is.
Just do it.
If you would normally buy, like, one game a month, Game Pass is already a steal.
Oh, yeah.
Biggest game we didn't play. We usually play most of the biggest games of the year.
Especially all the biggest Nintendo games.
Right. And this year, there was one that came out. It won an award at the Game Awards.
I think it won Best Multiplayer Game.
It did, and we didn't play it.
Splatoon 3. Ooh. It came out, and I couldn't have been more completely apathetic. It looks awesome, and
it looks like Splatoon, and I've always enjoyed playing Splatoon, but the problem is Splatoon 1 and 2, the matchmaking is garbage. It's so hard to play a game with your friends.
It is. You have to, like, jump over all kinds of hoops and barrels just to get there. I'm not even talking about Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. But anyway, like, maybe someday, because it winning an award kind of makes us want to play it. We got that FOMO. We got the FOMO.
It's real, but maybe time will actually tell us, because I don't think we have the time for it.
No.
Just throwing it out there.
No. Our next award is the Elden Ring Award, and that goes to...
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
It might win it next year. It might be a shoe-in.
It might. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And finally, the most prestigious award at the Nerdies. The 7-year-old game we can't stop playing. Lambo, you ready for this? You ready?
Rainbow Six Siege.
So long, Bowser.
So good.
We've talked about this how many times on the channel?
It's so good.
Now, we're not playing ranked. I don't know that we're good enough for it.
No, we're good enough for it. We just need to try.
Maybe. But
on our best nights, we're good enough for it, I promise.
True. But we love this game. It is in one of our first episodes ever. Yep. Go back in the archives.
I was talking about all the Bro Dude games I like to play, and I've talked about it as one of my Bro Dude games.
Well, yeah, we go in our very first episode where we talked about the games we were looking forward to that year. You talk about how you were playing Siege. I hadn't played it yet, but it's 7 years later, and guess what? We're still playing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And honestly, a lot of games can take a note from how Rainbow Six Siege does their season passes,
right,
and how they handle everything.
All the free updates, all that good stuff, and you can, without spending any actual cash, earn all the characters. It's too good.
It is.
It's way too good.
It's really, really good. If you're not playing it, give it a shot. Because if you got Game Pass, it's free along with a lot of the characters. But that's it for the Nerdies.
That's the Nerdies!
Did you enjoy this? Would you like to see us do it again with maybe different categories? Except for Elden Ring. That's going to get a category.
Give us some suggestions for categories.
Yeah. And tell us, what do you think would win? Biggest L, biggest W. What's the biggest game you didn't play? What's the one game you would come back to? Or what's the game you're still playing?
And what's the best moment in gaming this year?
You let us know in the comments below. But thank you all for liking, commenting, subscribing. Don't forget to share. And hey, I'm Dr. Pan.
I'm Lambo.
And for Nerdstrodamus and the Nerdies, we'll catch you some other time.